So almost ready to get underway, and on the hill, Joey Cantillo. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Ready to go? Now it's the DH, Colt Keith. That's off the inside corner. So we're underway on a day made for baseball, the 4th of July. The pitch. A little bit high, maybe. Now 2-0.
Well, second pitch of this game and already getting squeezed a little bit.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 2-1 now. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Gleyber Torres up to hit. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. Torres in his 7th season, batting second in today's lineup, and he was born in Venezuela. 1 out, bases empty. And another ball.
2 balls, no strike.
That one missed. Now 3-0. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Outside, and it's ball 4.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Wenzel Perez up now for the Tigers.
1-0.
That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Fastball for a strike. That one fouled off. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. The throw to third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Riley Green up now for the Tigers. And that drops in for a strike. Off the mark there. And 1-1.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Two on, 1 out. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Got him! Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. Sliced hard but foul. The changeup missing, and a count even 1-1. Torres on third. Perez on at second with 2 down. There's the strike. Close, but called the ball. 2-2.
That's one you always want as a pitcher. Down at the knees, and it looked to me like he's barking. That's a strike. Doesn't change the call, but sometimes it helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Zach McKinstry in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 2 on, 2 outs, and they're all loaded up.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
Third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Zach McKinstry.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Two outs, bases are full. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Thomas holds it in on the run. So the Tigers leave them loaded. And now the Guardians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. Back after this on the show. Back now at Progressive Field. Showing the slab in today's game. Number 51. What do you look for here?
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Stephen Kwan leading things off and takes a strike. Just missed.
1-1.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into left field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. Ball one there.
1 ball, no strike.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Had him out front for strike 3.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count. Get the guy in the box on his heels and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Throw comes into third, and they're at the corners with only 1 out.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Base hit center field. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
2 on, 1 out. Lane Thomas will make his way to the plate.
1-0.
In the dirt, blocked. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
In the air, center field. Meadows sizing this one up. He's got it. And that should get the job done as he tags from third. He scores on the sac fly. It's 2-0.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Right here.
Now here's Nolan Jones. In the air, left field, down the line. Green makes the play, and that'll do it. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Second inning coming up from Progressive Field. It's the Guardians 2 and the Tigers 0. Back here in Cleveland, second inning set to go. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Dylan Dingler. Cantillo back to work. There's a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. Missed with a changeup, and a count 1-2.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
And a 1-2 again. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that high-forcing fastball has become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
The 1-0. That one missed. In there at the knees. 2-1 now. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
2-2.
And now the count filled up 3-2.
Okay.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Santana pulls it down and he makes the catch. Out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. Javi Baez digs in right side. Just missed. 2 outs, base is empty. Line drive and a base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and he's out. struck down, and that ends the inning. Here in Cleveland, and now the DH, Daniel Schneemann. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Robert to right field, way back, gone. A solo shot. His 9th homer of the year, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Bo Naylor at the plate now. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. That one missing inside.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. And that misses. 2-0. And that drops in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Steps on first for the out.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Brian Rocchio.
Here's Brian Rocchio. And that's in the dirt. And that one moves his feet.
Strike! 2-1.
One down, base is empty. Check swing, and he went. It's 2-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Kwan batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands. Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Guardians tack on another with this home run. It's now 3-0. You're dialed into the show. On to the 3rd inning. Now here is
the
Colt
designated
Keith.
hitter, Colt Keith.
First pitch misses. And downstairs.
2-0. Ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That one's in there, and it's 3-1. And that's in there at the knees.
Handful.
That one to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
Here is Gleyber Torres. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. And a swing and a miss.
No ball. 1 strike.
And a strike to Gleyber. A little bit low.
That's low.
And that's ball 1.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Rocchio whips it to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Wenzel Perez.
2 outs, base is empty. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Wenzel Perez. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Top of the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Two outs.
That's the ball. 1 and 2.
And there's a ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
3-2 now. Bounce to Santana. He'll do it himself. And the Tigers retired 1-2-3. Tigers are shut down there. They trail in this one 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here is Kyle Manzardo. And first offering is fouled off. Good job to fight that one off. Foul ball, still 0-2. And a slider misses down and away.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. 5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Fastball is outside.
2-2.
Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Now it's Jose Ramirez. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Ramirez.
Swings and sends a rocket to right. Dives and it gets by. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got himself a triple.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
1 down, runner at third. Carlos Santana digs in for the Guardians. RBI single his last time up. First pitch just misses. Ramirez stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Now 1-1. There's a strike. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Just couldn't catch up on the low 90s fastball right there, and that's a result of a good job of changing speeds. Off-speed pitch on the one before, then sped him up. Pitchers that don't throw real hard have to rely on location and mixing up the speeds. That wasn't the best location with the fastball, but clearly that wasn't the pitch he was looking for at the plate either.
Thomas stands in now and watches strike 1.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Inside, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one is inside. 2 outs and a runner at third here in the last half of the third. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Guardians lead 1, but they lead it 3-0. And we're back. Here's Riley Green.
Left fielder Riley Green.
In his 3rd season, 24 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2019. That pitch gets the inside corner, and that is strike 1. All right, Singy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. Give me a hint.
Switch hitter. That's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam. Fly ball center field. Thomas. And there's 1 down.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Joey Cantillo departs, and that's an excellent job from the reliever in the starting role today. Gave him some length, back with a new arm after this. Doug Nikhazy gets the ball now. He's into the game with the bases empty. Here comes Torque to the plate. Walked his first time. Right through there for a strike. You think back to 2017, and Cleveland set a major league record. 22 consecutive wins they had. It was capped off with a 10-inning walk-off win. Pretty amazing streak and a big part of the history of this yard.
Boog, and I remember early in that season covering them and talking to their staff and players, and they didn't feel like they had really clicked yet. Now, when I went back to do some research, looking at metrics like base runs, I realized they weren't scoring runs at the rate in which the data was saying they should be at. So the numbers were saying it was just a matter of time until they would take off. Little did we know that it would convert into a 22-game winning streak, and it took the baseball world by storm.
I love when you talk nerd to me. And a ball evens the count. And then skips into dirt. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. And he walked him.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate, but as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
So man aboard, digging in, Zach McKinstry. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. 0-1. Man at first, one away. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Corrals it. And there's 2 down.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me on. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Dylan Dingler up now for the Tigers. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
No strike.
Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1 just missed. Ground ball to the right side, and that's just foul. And that's a strikeout looking. That was pretty nasty. 1 left for Detroit. They trail it here 3-0. Bottom of the inning. So in now for Cleveland, Nolan Jones.
Nolan Jones.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike.
You know, these Guardians showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
That one not close. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
High fly ball out towards left center. Green sizes this one up, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Daniel Schneemann digs in now. He's already homered in this game. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Ball 1. 1-1.
That's a little bit low.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. And now 2-2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Naylor in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. That one the other way. Baez throws to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Guardians go down 1-2-3, but they lead at 3-0. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's going to be Parker Meadows. Nikhazy back to work. Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Tigers just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
The throw to first. 1 away here in the 5th.
Now batting, shortstop, Javier Baez.
Here's Baez.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Late with the swing there.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Pitch is in the dirt. Now 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. That's out number 2.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Keith up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at 1 down low. And that one clips the corner.
Ball 2.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Lifted in the air, right center field. Jones makes the play, and it's out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. Guardians 3 and the Tigers nothing. Back now at Progressive Field. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5. Brian Rocchio. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. The Tigers have some action going in their pen for the first time. Tyler Holton, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Hernandez also getting ready. Tap foul at the plate. And that's down and away.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Bouncer to second. Torres. Off balance throw in time. And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
Left fielder, Steven Kwan.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Now here is Steven Kwan. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Foul ball. Next offering down low and in the dirt. Up the middle. Base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Wow. So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
And here comes the Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Number 51 gives way. Just never found his groove. Wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on. Back in a moment.
Now pitching for
They hand the ball over to a new arm.
Number
Tyler
87.
Holton. He pitched yesterday,
Tyler
and we'll
Holton.
see him once again. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Kyle Manzardo, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Gone and to the deepest part of the park. And they add a couple more. It's 5-zip.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
So 1 out, nobody on. Here's Jose Ramirez. In there, and it's 0-1. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball. Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first.
Now batting first baseman, Carlos.
Next to switch hitting first baseman, Carlos Santana. Step off throw to first, and he just got his hand in there. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Ramirez, the base runner at first with 1 out. And that one sliced foul. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now batting center fielder, Lane Thomas.
So man aboard. Here's Lane Thomas now. In there at the knees. And that's strike 1. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. He's safe.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
Man on second, 2 down. Not close with that one. Going to count 1 and 2. Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
To third. Tosses across to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Cleveland with a pair on this blast. And the lead is now 5-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. All set for the top of the 6th. Here's the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. There's a swing and a drive. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Thomas whips it in quickly, and they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way, and as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Now a chance for Wenzel Perez. And first offering is fouled off. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Just off the inside edge. Activity in the bullpen. Slade Ciccone, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Sobrowski, a left-hander, also throwing. The 1-1. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
And a curve is down and in. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out. And here is Riley Green. 0 for 2 in this one.
Green.
Outside low. 1-0.
No, that's high.
He swings and fouls one off. Man at second. Ripped to right. Plays it on a bounce, and it eats him up. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Stepping in, Spencer Torkelson. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Runners are at the corners, 1 away.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. That one missed. Strike on the outside corner. And now 3-1. And it's fouled away. First and third, one down.
Let's go, Cleveland.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. He's got it. And there are two down.
Now batting, third baseman, Zach McKinstry.
Zach McKinstry up now for the Tigers.
All right, Cleveland.
That one catches the zone. Strike one.
Let's go, Cleveland!
That one pushed to the left and foul. Two on, two outs. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Two left on. 6, 7, 8 due in the bottom of the sixth. It's the Guardians 5 and the Tigers nothing. Bottom of the sixth inning. Now it's the right fielder, Nolan Jones. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, designated hitter,
Daniel Schneemann, the next to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Runner on the move. And a foul ball. Jones gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Pulls that one foul. And down on strikes. Now one away.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Naylor, the next to hit, takes outside.
One ball, no strike.
And a swing and a miss.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Let's go, Cleveland.
That's out to center field. Meadows in position. Two away now.
Now batting, shortstop, Brian Rocchio.
So digging in, Brian Rocchio. Now snap throw to first. Jones back on a dive. And first offering is fouled off. Popped in the air, left field. Green pulls that one down, and that'll do it. One left for the Guardians, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Top of inning number 7. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Dylan Dingler. And that's off the inside edge.
1-0.
And it's 1-0. It's in and out of his glove. Still manages a throw. Throw sails over his head at first.
Now batting, center fielder, Parker Meadows.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Meadows getting ready to hit. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside, for just a second, Chris. It's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
0-1.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may.
And that's a fair ball. Coming home. He will score. Fires to second too late, and he's got a double.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at bat. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
So here's Baez now. Down the right field line. That's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 5-2.
Up next for the Tigers, the designated
There comes a
hitter,
skipper out of the
Colt
dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Doug Nikhazy will depart. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching
New
for
arm out of the
Guardians.
bullpen, Cade Smith.
He's got
Number
some of the
36.
best swing and miss stuff going right now. He's striking out hitters at a very high rate this year, so this should be fun to watch.
So back to the top of the order. Next to hit, Colt Keith. Not even close there. And that's ball one.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Baez aboard here at first with nobody out. Next offering misses down and away. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a pop-up. Ramirez settles under it. And there's one down.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Here's Gleyber Torres. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Gleyber swings, drives one, raging back towards the wall. Didn't quite have enough.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Wenzel Perez. 1 for 3. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Stretches out and hauls it in. So 2 runs in the inning on 2 hits, 2 errors, and 1 left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Guardians 5, Tigers 2.
Now pitching for
We're
Detroit.
back in a new pitcher here to start the
Number
bottom of the 7th.
49.
Carlos Hernandez.
Carlos Hernandez.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
Back to the top of the order
Leading
now.
off for the Guardians.
Stephen Kwan
Left
now at the
fielder,
plate.
Stephen Kwan.
Hernandez, the tall righty, 255 pounds. They got him off of waivers earlier this season. And there's a foul ball. Ripped to third and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
So up next, Kyle Manzardo. Can't forget the two-run shot he launched out of here in the fifth.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at bat right here.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
One down, base is empty.
No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
You know, the danger with the slider is leaving it out over the heart of the plate and getting contact on it. If you're going to miss, you want to miss towards the corners, not in the middle. Right there, he does a great job with hard break at the end. He ran it inside. Very difficult to do anything when you're tied up like that as a hitter.
Ramirez in the box now. No balls and a strike.
I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Fights it off. He'll see another. The next offering misses. 1-2 to count.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Two down, nobody on. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Just misses with that one.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Up and in, ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
2 outs, runner at first. And now the first baseman, Carlos Santana. Swinging a foul out of play. Up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the air, right side. Perez on his way over. Nabs it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Guardians lead 1. And it remains 5-2.
Now pitching
Welcome
for the
back,
Guardians.
and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th.
Number
Matt
52.
Festa.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
Riley
Leading
Green
off
up
for
now for
Detroit,
the Tigers.
left fielder Riley Green.
And ball one.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
And another ball.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
And the next pitch is way outside. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Fought off foul. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Got him swinging.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Spencer Torkelson digs in now. He's 0 for 1. In there for strike 1. The Tigers trailing by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th. Slice down the right side. Outside.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Thomas makes the catch, and that is that.
Now pitching for
Back
Detroit.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll
48.
into the bottom of the 8th, Brant Herter.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Here comes
Leading
Lane
off for the
Thomas.
Guardians, center fielder Lane Thomas.
There's a strike. That missed by a lot, and it's 1-1. This one high in the air to left center. Green settles under it. Brings it in. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, right fielder.
And now Nolan Jones. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away. So now here's the DH, Daniel Schneemann.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Jones over at first with 1 away. Next offering is fouled back. miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. Now the catcher
Now
up to hit, Bo Naylor. And Chris, his big strength is defense, but it is interesting. In today's world of baseball, compared to when you played, a good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
Over to first, and he saved. I think the other component is putting down the finger that the pitcher wants to throw and being on the same page, and that's something that this guy does really well. Gets in sync with his pitchers.
No ball. 2 straight.
Boog, his preparation is off the charts. I was down in the clubhouse today trying to find him just to pick his brain a little bit. He's so buried in that video room, it's hard to get a chance to talk to him.
The 0-2. On the ground to the left, and it stays fair. Coming home. He'll score easily. Green hurries it back in, and they put up the stop sign at second.
Well, just a total breakdown defensively right there. I mean, allowing a run to score all the way from first because of an error pretty much shouldn't happen, but every once in a while we see one of these weird plays, and it leaves everyone kind of scratching their heads.
So digging in, Brian Rocchio. 0 for 3 in this one. Ball 1, no strikes. Two outs and one in scoring position. That one outside, and that's ball 2. Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Chase Lee appears to be getting ready, and I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Canely warming up as well. Gets him to chase after that one.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Got him. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. Last chance coming up here for the Tigers. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Slade Ciccone.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Now here's the Detroit catcher, Dylan Dingler.
Dylan Dingler.
And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. The 1-0. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. He'll circle the bases, his 9th homer of the year, and they're chipping away. It's 6-3.
Things might get pretty interesting if they keep connecting on pitches like that. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Parker Meadows up now for the Tigers. First pitch misses. Ciccone, he's someone that fills up the strike zone, so he doesn't give up a lot of walks, but because he's in the zone so much, a decent amount of hits occur. Fastball for a strike.
And he's got to get ahead early in the count and then be able to mix up his speeds. Add and subtract some velocity, but command is the big key. Throwing the ball where he wants to.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That one's back there. Makes the catch, gliding onto the warning track.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold onto it after contact.
And first offering is fouled off. That one laced to center and a base hit.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Colt.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Slade Ciccone won't go any further tonight. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. So they turn to their closer, Emmanuel Clase.
Number 48.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year. Typically at least one an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
And now Colt Keith. And a breaking ball misses outside. Baez at first, one gone. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. The 1-1 is fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And that one misses up and in. And the count is 2-2.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at-bat alone. Really making him work out there.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. Towards first, Santana. To second, there's one. Double play, cuts the rally short, and that ends the ball game.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.